26-year-old Cameron Kearney is behind bars for assaulting his disabled roommate. The victim is a 36-year-old roommate who's autistic and receives monthly disability payments, who lived with Cameron for about a year. On the 27th of October, authorities responded to an apartment at 208 Victor Street in San Antonio, Texas to arrest Cameron after the woman was hospitalized with severe injuries. The incident occurred 2 days prior when a caretaker was bathing the victim, and Cameron became upset because the victim urinated on herself and he felt like she needed to be punished. Cameron then poured jugs full of scalding hot water over the victim while she was still in the shower, causing severe burns. He then forced the woman to stand in the corner until her legs were swollen and poured rubbing alcohol on her and set her on fire with a match, burning her arms. The fire was somehow put out and the victim fell to the floor, so Cameron poured alcohol on the woman's legs and set her on fire again. She suffered severe burns to her neck, back, arms and legs. Cameron's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and injury to a disabled person causing serious bodily injury. He's held at the Bexar County Jail on a $250,000 bond. Cameron has a criminal history and has previously faced 4 other assault charges, including assault on a public servant dating back to 2017. The investigation into the matter continues. 34-year-old Tevis Walker is behind bars for fatally shooting 15-year-old Janiyah Carr. At 11:50 a.m. on Wednesday the 1st of November, a woman walking a dog found a deceased teenage girl in a wooded area behind the Carriage House East Apartments in Indianapolis, Indiana. The woman contacted police, who responded to the scene. Officials said that the victim, who was later identified as 15-year-old Janiyah Carr, had a bullet wound to her right cheek and trauma to the back of her head. Authorities said that she lived at the apartment complex with her mother and was listed as a runaway on the morning of the 30th of October, and she previously left the home for short periods of time before. Investigators used surveillance video from the Carriage House East Apartments to piece together a timeline of events. At 4:32 a.m. on the 28th of October, cameras showed Janiyah walking up to a black 2018 Kia Optima, registered to Tevis. She then talks to the driver, gets into the passenger seat before the car drives away. At 5:21 a.m, another camera shows the Kia drive into the grass area behind the building and turn off its lights in a spot where Janiyah's body was later found. After the lights of the vehicle go off, movement can be seen, but the view is not clear. Video then shows the suspect walk from the car to the dumpster twice, and then appears to put something in the car's trunk. At 5:25 a.m, the suspect parked the Kia in the parking lot, then walked to his apartment just a few hundred feet from the scene. Authorities said that Tevis had recently been hired as a maintenance man for the apartment complex where he lived, despite having outstanding arrest warrants in Alabama for narcotics and a handgun offense, as well as an unknown warrant out of Georgia. On the evening on Thursday, the 2nd of November, officers stopped Tevis near 86th Street and Chadlin Avenue, and he was taken into custody. During an interview with detectives, Tevis confirmed that the Kia Optima was his, and he was the only person who operated it. He said he remembered picking up a girl who claimed she recognized him from being around the area, but did not know her name, and drove her several miles east to buy an iPad. Tevis said that the person who was going to sell the iPad never showed up, so he drove her back. Tevis is charged with murder and is held at the Marion County Jail without bond. The motive of the killing is unclear, as the investigation into the matter continues. A 37-year-old man is behind bars on charges of having sexual relations with an underage victim. At 2:32 p.m. on Friday the 3rd of November 2023, Joseph David Lionberry was arrested in the 600 block of Garrick Road in Salisbury, North Carolina. He was charged with statutory rape, taking indecent liberties with a child, and first-degree sex offence with a victim under the age of 13. Joseph is held without bond at the Rowan County Jail. This isn't Joseph's first offence. On the 25th of May 2021, Joseph was charged with 1 count of first-degree statutory sex offence and taking indecent liberties with a child in one case involving a 5-year-old boy, and first-degree statutory sex offence in a second case involving a 9-year-old boy. Bond was set at $250,000. The investigation into the matter continues. 18-year-old Kenzie Varnasdale is behind bars for attempted murder of a police officer after stabbing the man in the face with a screwdriver. The incident occurred at around 6:15 a.m. on Saturday the 4th of November, when Officer Bramer was unlocking Lindsay Duval Park in Mount Washington, Kentucky as part of his morning shift. Bramer said he saw a teen inside the lock park and told her to come to the cruiser and asked her for her information, but as Bramer was writing down the details, Kinsey took off running down Dwayne Way and then to Emma Court. Bramer chased her down, commanding her to stop. Eventually the teen stopped and put her hands in the air. As Bramer tried to place her in handcuffs, Kinsey spun around with a screwdriver in her hand and struck him in the face. According to police, she stabbed him nearly 3 inches above his left eye. Authorities said that Kinsey was trying to cause serious physical injury and possibly kill Bramer. Medics later responded to the scene and treated Bramer's wound. He was taken to hospital but has since been released and is expected to be okay. Kinsey was booked into the Bullock County Detention Center and charged with attempted murder. On the morning of the 6th of November, Kinsey appeared in court and entered a not guilty plea, and she's been held on a $500,000 bond. She's scheduled to return to court on the 29th of November.